with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. Summoning the demon. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
Here in New York, Russia's ambassador to the United Nations died suddenly today, one day before his 65th birthday. He apparently had a heart attack. Vitaly Churkin had argued Russia's case at the UN for more than a decade. He recently told CBS News U.S.-Russia relations are probably at their worst since 1973, saying it's, quote, fashionable to blame Russia for everything.
We're seeing a dramatic increase of people trying to cross over America's northern border into Canada.
This morning, immigrants in limbo desperately fleeing to the north. Families with small children making the trek on foot in the snow, dragging everything they own. Canadian Border Police making arrests, but assisting those who make a refugee claim. The number of asylum seekers illegally crossing along the Quebec border skyrocketing. In January, 452 incidents, an increase of 230% above the same month in 2016.
Scientists here are working on a possible breakthrough to restore sight. But the eyes they're using aren't human. They're from pigs.
So these are actual eyeballs from pigs?
Yes.
I feel like they're all looking at me.
Well, you don't have to look at it.
Zheng Kangshao is CEO of China Regenerative Medicine International, the company pioneering the procedure that makes pig corneas suitable for human transplant.
In the sci-fi film 2001: A Space Odyssey, Hollywood mined our fears of machines taking over mankind. But some of the tech world's greatest minds worry it may not be pure science fiction. At a speech last year at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk called artificial intelligence potentially, quote, our biggest existential threat.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. Summoning the demon. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Didn't work out.
Famed physicist Stephen Hawking is also worried, as is Microsoft founder Bill Gates, who ironically helped lay the foundation for artificial intelligence, or AI. Experts say machines are still far from being as intelligent as humans, but things can change quickly.
The field is progressing very rapidly right now. There are things happening that 10 years ago we would have said, no, there's no way we're going to be that far along in 10 years' time.
Newly revealed security video from Malaysia shows the moment when the half-brother of North Korea's dictator was assassinated. The video from the country's main airport shows an attacker wiping Kim Jong-nam's face. He died a short time later. Malaysia wants North Korea's ambassador to explain his criticism of the investigation. Malaysia's prime minister says he believes police have been very objective. Adriana Diaz is following the story from Beijing. Adriana, good morning.
What is this? Supposed to be that they're only supposed to be doing, well, in one case, ICE even lay in wait for undocumented immigrants outside a church, hypothermia.
Here they come, the corporocratic Congress, with a Hail Mary to save the game in the final moments for their owners overseas, the global banking cartel. The same group that threatened using the Logan Act to bully General Flynn into vacating his job. The very same Logan Act that would have long ago ensnared their handlers if it had been used at Bilderberg and Davos.
Of course, the Logan Act, Hillary Clinton was fined under it, and this year, as we reported earlier, Secretary of Defense Robert Gates is in attendance here at Bilderberg, which of course is an act of treason against the United States of America because he's still an official in a position of high authority.
Now those Keystone Cop Democrats are even threatening a full-scale investigation of the phone transcripts and emails involved in Flynn's supposed breach of national security involving the discussion of Russian sanctions.
He wants to hide the truth from the American people, so he's focusing on the leaks rather than addressing the challenge to our democracy and our security. It's a deflection. You know, the deflector in chief strikes again. Ranking member Adam Schiff and I have written to the acting DNI calling for a comprehensive intelligence briefing on Russia, including the unredacted transcripts of Michael Flynn's intercepted conversations with Russian officials.
Have we ever gotten to the bottom of Hillary Clinton's email scandal, not to mention Hillary's ignored dealings with the Russians over the American uranium supply? Well, no. Ann Coulter boldly describes the corporocratic Congress's pitiful display of wet feet as she writes, "In the past 3 weeks, Trump has staffed the White House, sent a dozen cabinet nominees to the Senate, browbeat Boeing into cutting its price on government contract, harangued American CEOs into keeping their plants in the United States, imposed a terrorist travel ban, met with foreign leaders, and nominated a Supreme Court justice, among many other things. What have congressional Republicans been doing? More than 90% of congressional Republicans kept their jobs after the 2016 election, so you can cross staffing an entire branch of government off the list. Only the Senate confirms nominees, which they've been doing at a snail's pace, so they've got loads of free time, and the House has no excuse at all. President Donald Trump unleashed his growing dismay with the soft coup at the White House today.
Unfortunately, much of the media in Washington, D.C., along with New York, Los Angeles in particular, speaks not for the people, but for the special interests and for those profiting off a very, very obviously broken system. Russia is fake news. This is fake news put out by the media. I can handle a bad story better than anybody, as long as it's true. And, you know, over a course of time, I'll make mistakes and you'll write badly, and I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay when it is fake. I mean, I watch CNN, it's so much anger and hatred. Why didn't Hillary Clinton announce that, I'm sorry, but I have been given the questions to a debate or a town hall, and I feel that it's inappropriate, and I want to turn in CNN for not doing a good job? It's so important to the public to get an honest press. The public doesn't believe you people anymore. As an example, your CNN, I mean, it's story after story after story is bad. I won. I didn't do anything for Russia. I've done nothing for Russia. Hillary Clinton gave them 20% of our uranium. Hillary Clinton did a reset. Remember, with the stupid plastic button that made us all look like a bunch of jerks? Here, take a look. He looked at her like, what the hell is she doing with that cheap plastic button? That was a reset. Remember it said reset? Now, if I do that, I'm a bad guy.
Corporocratic pawns are leading America down a road we are all too familiar with, a road that will be the last their political lives will ever see again if they continue to carry out the full scope of subverting the majority-elected executive office with a game plan millions of Americans can see in broad daylight.